Hello, this is Becca from Willow Hill Designs and welcome. Today I'll be sharing my start of the second prompt for autumn for the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery Field Notes project, and I'm running way behind. Today is Halloween. I have kids coming here, grandchildren, and lots of trick-or-treaters. We have a birthday this weekend, another birthday. It's been so busy, but so I'm running late, but I thought I would share my beginning of I think it's called Mossy Forest. Mossy Forest? I think that's it. So this is the beginning of my page. And what I did on here was I just drew some trees in. These 3 trees are stitched with long and short stitch. This one using 3 strands of floss. There's 2 of silk thread and 1 of DMC. This one has 2 strands. This one has 3 strands, and I'm not finished with this tree yet. There's a little knot here that I'll be adding to this. And this tree I'll be doing an outline stitch around, just that basic, an outline stitch, and then maybe a few lines for bark on this, but I'll leave that one pretty much just the way it is with the watercolor pencils. Then I drew in some rocks here and used my watercolor pencils on that. I knew I couldn't really stitch those and attempt to even keep up with all of this. And I just made a few notes on here as if this was my field journal, that I'll be showing moss here on these rocks, and moss is a bryophyte, which means it doesn't have a vascular system or roots. It takes its nourishment from the air around it and the water that is on the surfaces around it. And moss is definitely shade-loving. And this is a hardwood forest here. I'm picturing maples and maybe some oaks here with these rocks and the moss. You'll see pictures of moss growing on rocks in forests. So I thought I would include that on there, and I have my initials and the date that I drew this, 10/23/24. And so I'll continue on with this. I'll be doing an outline stitch around this tree with dark, and I'll continue doing that embroidery or stitching around these trees. And then I thought I would add some mushrooms to this, being that other people have been doing mushrooms, and I thought, well, I guess they're out all times of the year except for winter. So I had this fabric, which I think is just so adorable. I had thought of this, and the scale of the mushrooms on this fabric was just perfect. So I cut out some mushrooms, and I backed them with a fusible lightweight interfacing, can't talk. And I did a little bit of fray check around the edges, and I cut out several of these mushrooms, and I thought I might just place them on here kind of randomly. I'm not quite sure exactly where they'll be, but something like this, kind of like a happy little mushroom forest. And so these will be put on here once I am finished with the trees. And so then I was thinking that for the moss, I'll put the mushrooms down first, and because I may glue these like the stems, I think, rather than try to stitch them, I think I may glue them. So I'm thinking of putting them down first before I do the moss. And I'd like to do the moss with this wool. This is wool from Crewel Pictures that I stitched Crewel Pictures for years and years, and I have lots of leftover wool. So I was thinking that these colors might be good for moss. I think that might look nice, and I'll try to make it look mossy. I'm trying not to make this a very dimensional thing, because this would be in your field notes journal, and it wouldn't be dimensional. It would be something that was sketched or painted. So rather than do like turkey work, which would be perfect, I think, for moss, I will try to get a mossy look with just stitching somehow with maybe French knots and straight stitches. So that's where I am right now. I'll just give you a quick close-up of that, and I will come back when this is finished. So thanks for joining me today. Wishing you many blessings. See you in the next video. Bye for now.